Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Chad. We're back here on some more Modern Warfare 3. We got some new playlists. I was gonna make a video on these, but I also didn't realize that they were actually gonna drop the entire roadmap today. So I guess I'm covering this and then I'll talk about shipment tomorrow or something. Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone, not Warzone 2.0, not Warzone 3.0, it's just called Warzone. Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone Season 1 roadmap is here along with all of the patch notes. Real quick, I want to thank everybody for all the love and support on all the videos, and also if you're new here, subscribe. I upload basically every single day, and if you're enjoying these Modern Warfare videos, leave a like on this video. I've gone through multiple mastery grinds at this point. On the final mastery grind, then Warzone's going to be starting up again. Who knows how the spectates and the solos and everything like that will go over on the game as well. Who knows how fun it'll actually be. There's a whole lot of changes and stuff, so I'm definitely going to give the game a shot. So looking at this, Warzone Season 1, December 6th, we obviously have Urzikstan. So for a few weeks, if you played any zombies at all, you're actually pretty familiar with Urzikstan. And I actually really enjoyed this map. Now, I don't know exactly how it would play out like overall in gunfights between players and stuff, but I like the general layout of the map. I don't know if like there's gonna be different things in different positions when it comes to BR versus zombies type stuff, but I imagine the layout is generally the same. Maybe some more you know, ways of travel, balloons, and deploy things and all that stuff, but past that, Urzikstan seems like a good map. I remember that there were rumors going around saying that Urzikstan was actually, there was sand everywhere and it's a desert and all this other stuff. It's clearly, we all know it's not a desert. It's more Verdansk-like than anything. Lots of buildings, but the buildings aren't the same type of buildings as they were in Verdansk. Verdansk wasn't necessarily bad because it had buildings. It's because it basically had skyscrapers and other buildings that had terrible designs in terms of entryways and ways of access and ease of access. Basically, you can sit up inside of a building somewhere over in Verdansk and basically just look in one direction with your back to the wall and you'll be completely fine. Whereas in Urzikstan, there are multiple ways up. There's multiple doorways to get in, either from the bottom floor, the top floor. A player can mantle much better than they used to be able to. Many more ways up and into different windows and ledges and things like that. There's a lot more to it now. The general design of buildings are 10 times better in Urzikstan. Not to say that there are no buildings like that, but the majority of Verdansk buildings were this way. There was one way. They had full-blown skyscrapers with one way up. They finally added like the ascenders and stuff like that after a while, but the general design of the building never changed. There's a drivable train on the map, which is pretty cool, but I'll probably never really use it. Horizontal zip lines, which is nice to be able to, you know, travel more quickly, but generally they are nice. There's a big game bounty contract, which is cool. Quality of life updates. I'm gonna assume this has to do with like the movement and things like that. We'll find out more down there. Flyby public event. I assume like just random care packages will fall from the sky. There's a new champions quest for Warzone. I assume that's like some kind of ranked or something, which is cool. Ranked is good, even though, you know, public matches are basically ranked, but whatever. That's just skill-based matchmaking. Returning maps is Vondel and Ashika Island, just basically, you know, all the Resurgence maps or Rebirth or whatever. New Gulag, Battle Royale, Plunder, and Resurgence are all there. New weapons, we have the XRK Stalker, which is a sniper rifle, the Ram 7. We got the Storm Ender, which I think is actually a launcher of some kind. The HRM9 and SMG, and the TAC Evolver, which looks like an LMG. Then over here to the multiplayer, we have Meat, which is a map that a lot of people have been making a lot of jokes about. If you name a map Meat, I mean, it's expected. Another map named Greece, another map named Rio, training facility, new kill streaks. We got the EMP and the Swarm from Black Ops 2. If you didn't play Black Ops 2 and experience a lobby that had Swarm plus dogs, you have no idea what fear is. If you stay inside, the dogs come in and then just eat you alive. If you go outside, you get just immediately killed by a random hunter-killer drone. Out of the literal hundreds of them flying around, there's nothing you can do. Now, again, obviously that doesn't mean that it'll be the same way on this game, but once you got Swarm and dogs, GG. Vortex, Satan's Quarry, Titanus, Tetnish, Spore Yard. I'm not sure what these are. What is Vortex? What the fuck does that mean? Prestige challenges, new Warlord, no idea what that means. New schematics, Wonder Weapon, new story mission, Dark Aether Rifts. Okay, so Dark Aether Rifts seems, is that different from Vortex? Whatever. Santa's Playground, holiday event with themed maps and modes. I imagine they're just gonna put the same Shipmas map into the game, and it's still gonna be dark and everything, so whatever. So we got Dune characters in here, Dune Part 2, got their faces and stuff in there, not just like random characters with like Dune outfits on. It's actual like Atreides, and we got the boys characters as well. We got A-Train. This one is classified. There's a souped up LTM. All right, let's read more. This is Meat. This is apparently going to be a small 6v6 map, and I mean, it does look small. If you spawn right here, one team spawns here likely, another team spawns here likely, and you guys just walk forward. There's only one building here, and then you got spawn. And yeah, this seems like a pretty small map, so this might actually be pretty fun. Greece, this definitely looks like a more complex map. map, but it does look visually really nice. Got Rio here. This is also 6v6. We'll see how these all play out. The flow of this game is much better than a lot of the other ones. So we got Trading Facility, 2v2, obviously much smaller map. Vortex, it's an LTM. Oh, okay. It's a free-for-all mode. One player spawns with the infamous Zombies Wonder Weapon, Ray Gun. Whoever eliminates the operator with the Ray Gun becomes the new owner of the Ray Gun. Vortex takes place on 3 remixed multiplayer maps. Oh, okay. So you got Satan's Quarry, which is Quarry. You have Spore Yard, which is Scrap Yard. And then Titanus. What is... I have no idea what that map is. I'm looking at it and I just don't understand what that map is. Santa's Slay Ground. It's an LTM coming mid-season. Santa Naws is here to spread horror and fear. This looks like that he's actually on Shipment, and it looks like Shipment still has the dark skybox. Oh man, that's depressing. Although the camos would probably look really good on this. Infected, we know how Infected works. We have Headquarters coming back. New vest, Assassin vest, Stealthy Killer. Equipment slots, you have 2 tactical and a lethal. You lose your field upgrade. I mean, what field upgrade do I use? In terms of field upgrades, I'm just using like ammo boxes, and I'm not really using that much else. Yeah, it's not really that big of a loss. And you get to keep your gloves, boots, and gear, so you don't lose any of that. You're only losing a field upgrade. Okay. Your kills don't display skull. That's not that big of a deal. Sometimes not as noticeable if you're running around with like a suppressor or something like that and you're flanking a whole lot, but otherwise this isn't that powerful. But immune to UAV and enemy radar effects, including while stationary. And they even added this in there for us, like including while stationary. Why? Let me keep reading it. Duplicate effects do not stack. If equipped with Ghost TV camo gear, you gain the effects of hijacked IFF strobe. So this is just better Ghost? Why? What's... okay. I mean, so I would ask why they did this, and I still have the question of why, I guess, but at the same time, it would be kind of consistent in the sense of, well, why does Ghost TV exist if this is just a better version of it? But just like we saw earlier, there's Covert Sneakers, and then I never went and used Dead Silence equipment. Does that make sense? So it's kind of a choice here. They're kind of diversifying it, I guess, so this is more of like a stealth vest, which makes sense overall, but it's like much better than TV cam, including while stationary. I mean, I'm probably gonna use this then, right? Now again though, even though people can get Ghost, and this could definitely prove very annoying if people like are camping with it and stuff, even if you are stealthed on the map, it's not necessarily the easiest to just, you know, flank and all that stuff. But I definitely understand that people are wary of this. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but the flow of these maps and the speed and the movement of the game, it just has 10 times more flow. This game encourages you to actually move. The maps encourage you to actually move. Whereas in games where we had this type of Ghost, like Modern Warfare 2019, again, going back to that game multiplayer design, there were many buildings and the maps were built in this way and designed in a certain way to encourage you to sit there in these safe spaces and shit. Whereas these original MW2 maps with the flow that they have are not designed to just have you sit in corners and just wait. Effectively anyway. Obviously you can pick up some kills here and there just by slowing down. That's just natural. But Modern Warfare 2019 quite literally made it an actual play style and they empowered it. We got the kill streaks, the swarm, and the EMP. Zombies overview. I might be done with zombies, or at least the camo grind in zombies anyway by the time this comes out, but there's a new story act, which I mean, I only finished Act 1. Enter Dark Aether Rips. This is basically like tier 4 zone then. A new labyrinth-like experience, challenging squads to complete a series of objectives in the given time. Find sigils to unlock the Dark Aether Rifts and earn rewards on completion. Okay, we'll see. Dark Aether Rifts bring rewards to those who brave their challenges. Players and their squad have 30 minutes to complete a series of increasingly chaotic objectives to earn exceptional rewards. Okay, so there's probably some like wild special shit in here, and I wonder if solo is possible. This new wonder weapon looks like this. I don't even know how to explain what's happening. Shoot zombies and transform them into humans, or blast humans to mutate them into friendly zombies. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I don't really have much of an interest in the wonder weapons at the moment since I'm doing camo grinds, but okay. Then we got a dog bone schematic, which I assume if you use it, you can just automatically get like a hellhound friend or whatever. Golden armor plate. Consuming the new golden armor plate replaces an armor carrier with plates that automatically repair over time, in addition to providing the user additional damage resistances. All right, so it's like super armor. Cool. Schematic Aether Blade. Aether Blade is a special throwing knife with infinite ammo and a boomerang-like combat style. After striking an enemy, the blade locates the next nearest enemy to hit before returning to the operator. What the fuck? Got Urzikstan. We got the carry forward stuff, of course. The Codmas event that's going to be coming. I assume the Zombie Santa just pops around kind of like a Krampus. Quality of life, we have loot rarity, which, I mean, some people like the way that this is. I think it's a cool presentation thing, but ultimately doesn't always, you know, result in a good weapon. You can find a gold weapon with a bunch of stupid ass attachments on it, and it seems like it's just defined by the number of attachments. If it has 4 attachments, it's purple. If it has 3, it's blue. If it has 2, it's green. If it has 0 or 1, it's gray. If it has 5, it's legendary and gold. Doesn't necessarily make it a good build though. Dedicated ammo slots, that's nice. Returning tac map icons. Backup pistol while swimming. Yeah, I remember people talking about this. You can just, whenever you dive underwater, you can just pull out your pistol now. Movement updates, there it is. ADS while sliding, tac stance, running reloads, stim speed boost, slide canceling is back. And they actually referred to it as slide cancel as well. So as soon as it launches, we got slide canceling, tac stance. So I was talking about this before, asking about how, you know, they would even implement these kind of changes. Like, oh, they're gonna have to update it, or maybe they're gonna add the perks to the game or something like that. It turns out that they're just basically adding perks to the default movement of it. Yeah, basically everything they did from MW2 to MW3 in multiplayer is the same exact thing that's going to be happening to Warzone, where they basically just take that game and then just fix it, which is, you know, the assumed thing that they were going to do anyway. Players will also find themselves with several perks that are now simply enabled by default. Okay, so we're not picking them up off the ground. It's just, like I was saying, by default, movement is just changing straight out. We don't need to worry about picking it up or anything like that to get our movement back. It's just there. Tac pads is on by default, commando gloves, quick grip, climbing, and overkill. I mean, overkill is kind of odd. Wasn't that always the case? Get ready for new and returning perks. Irradiated, move faster and take less damage while in the gas. That's useful. I don't know if I would run a whole perk for it. I would just, you know, have better placement or whatever, but this could also be used pretty good for like rotations and things like that. So if you find it on the ground, things like that. This probably isn't something that I would run by default on my class, but definitely something I would want to pick up if I were to find it somewhere, especially late game. This could be very, very useful. Tempered, now also available as a custom perk. Tempered allows you to we know what tempered is. 2 plates instead of 3. Combat scout, we know what that is. Hitting the enemy from farther away increases the ping time. Okay. Resolute, when taking damage from gunfire, it grants a short bonus to movement speed. It says a short bonus to movement speed. The wording is odd. It says grants a short bonus. So every time my character gets hit, I move a little bit faster for like a second, or does it last more than a second? Is it only happening as I'm taking damage, or is it still happening after I'm done taking damage? We'll see how it works. Shrouded, drop a smoke grenade when down. That's pretty good. For a few situations where I would just drop a smoke down if I felt like I was going to be shot anyway in the middle of, like, you know, some sort of crossing somewhere. So this is actually pretty nice as well, especially in team situations. Although, even if I did down somebody and they're in a field somewhere, even if they pop a smoke, it doesn't necessarily mean that they have self-revive with that smoke. And if they do have the self-revive with the smoke, as soon as they go down, I have to assume that the smoke is probably going to drop directly on their body. So wherever the smoke initially pops is where I'll shoot. So that when the player goes down and the smoke immediately pops, they have to crawl around in the smoke, kind of throw the person off from shooting where they initially went down, and then start self-reviving. Could be strong, could be not strong. Mountaineer reduces your fall damage. Fall damage in this game already seems kind of non-existent. I'm just putting it out there. Over in zombies, I've never gone down from falling off of something. Now, obviously, you can still break your legs from, like, deploying or something like that, but Stalker, increase strafe and aim down sight movement speed. I would be excited for this if Stalker boots weren't so weak in general. I was thinking that Stalker would make a much bigger difference than it actually does over in multiplayer, and it's simply just not that strong. Sure, any bonus is nice, but it's not nearly as strong as it used to be in the original MW3. Escapist, increase down, prone, and crouch speed. It's kind of niche. Primed, accuracy and time to aim down sight is improved while jumping. That's nice. More movement related stuff. There's lots of movement shit in here in general. Faculty, delay triggered explosives while sprinting, warns of nearby enemy equipment, and reduces combat noise. So this is kind of like sit rep combined with like the bone conduction headset. Reducing combat noise reminds me of the bone headset, and then delaying triggered explosives reminds me of like Sitrep Pro or whatever. Warns of nearby enemy equipment. I wonder if that means see it through walls like engineer or whatever. This is the XRK Stalker, which looks like a pretty nice looking sniper rifle if I'm being honest. It looks good, actually looks like a sniper rifle as opposed to the other 2 sniper rifles that we have. We have 3, but the other 2 that a lot of people are using are the longbow and the inhibitor. They both kind of look and act like semi-auto like marksman rifles kind of, and the Cat AMR is like a big heavy duty actual sniper rifle, but again, like I said, it's very heavy duty. You don't have like a lightweight bolt action. Now I get it, the longbow is technically bolt action, but it shoots so fast it's basically not. It's semi-auto basically, but it is technically bolt. This kind of reminds me of like Ballista or something. or MSR. I can't really tell, but it looks like a sniper rifle regardless. Ram 7 looks nice, looks just like the other one we just had. Storm Ender, yeah, this is a launcher. Okay, I was thinking maybe a shotgun, but this is odd. Fires a localized EMP on a slight delay, destroys tactical and lethal equipment, and temporarily disables other electronic devices. Okay, so this launcher is meant to be used on the battlefield and not like at kill streaks and shit in the sky anyway. This could be good, but I don't notice a ton of like tactical and lethals all over the place, all over the ground, but we'll see how useful it is. And also what the challenges are for actually getting like progress for this and camos and shit. HRM9, which is an SMG, looks cute, and the TAC Evolver LMG, which looks, I mean, pretty... It's an LMG, that's for sure. 9 new aftermarket parts. Here we go. It's gonna start getting crazy. I should make videos on these aftermarket parts because these are gonna get wild. Jack Purifier, a new flamethrower underbarrel attachment for multiple weapons. They usually attach to a specific weapon or a class of weapon. What the fuck? Jack Beholder rifle kit. The Jack Purifier connects to the bottom of it. It's a flamethrower. Jack Etten double barrel kit. This kind of looks like the AMR-9 with 2 barrels on it. And then the Jack Bullseye, which just kind of looks like some kind of iron sight. Purifiers with the MCW. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna make a video on all of these. These seem insane. I'll make my initial season 1 video on update day, but I'm making videos on these purifiers and all this stupid aftermarket shit. I'm doing it. It is compatible with the AMR. Okay, I knew it. Wait, I can put the purifier flamethrower on the riveter. Holy shit. Okay, so not only is it just like a it's also a fucking flamethrower. Now I imagine the flamethrower is probably terrible, but still, that'll make it even more fun. Creates 2 stacked barrels that fire simultaneously. This is crazy. Twice as much downrange damage at the cost of some accuracy. Some accuracy? You put another barrel on that shit. This shit's gonna kick to the moon. Jack Thunder LMG kit. What is that? Wait, there's more than just these pictures. Dominate lanes, hold objectives with the LMG conversion kit for the Sidewinder. Oh, it turns a Sidewinder into an LMG? What the fuck? Dude, the Sidewinder is complete shit. I swear if this thing is better as an LMG, it's gonna be so funny. Jack BRB. Many assault rifles, SMG, battle rifles, marksman rifles, and sniper rifles. This compensator borders on excessive, offering a phenomenal reduction to recoil while significantly increasing the muzzle report, resulting in an extended red dot on enemy radars. Okay, so it's like a super compensator. Okay, this seems like absolutely useless, considering there are already attachments in the game that basically eliminate all recoil. The recoil attachments on this game are already so nice, and the recoil is already so non-existent that I fail to see the point of this. I'm talking, my MCW class literally has negative recoil. I mean, when I'm shooting, it goes down. It doesn't go up, it goes down. That's how good the recoil reduction is on this game. Jack Bullseye, compatibility redacted. Very low profile dot optic. Oh, okay, so this is actually a dot. Interesting. So instead of it having like a screen like the slate reflector or what is it, the Mark II or whatever the fuck it is that a lot of people are using that has a real clean picture, this one has even less. Okay, it might be decent. Jack Glassless optic. Small glassless reflex. Oh, okay, another one. Signal burst for the Holger 556. Version kit designed for accuracy and controllability with 4-round burst. So it turns the Holger into a burst weapon, which, I mean, I don't know why you would do that, but whatever. The Tier handgun. Beholder rifle kit. A long, heavy barrel that offers the best increase to range. Improves recoil control and damage range. Converting the handgun into a single shot rifle. Now here's the question. Can I take the Tier, right? Turn it into a single shot rifle with the conversion kit, but put on snake shot rounds? Can I have an extended range snake shot rifle? I'm thinking of some evil shit. 3-round burst for the Rival 9 conversion kit. Okay, hey, these are cool. That sounds fun. Santa Naws Ultra skin. We got the Dune characters. We got Mastercrafts coming, tracer packs and stuff. New weekly challenges. Now, I just did a video yesterday on the Golden River camo, which looked really nice. It was animated and everything. It was also the Makarov event, which had also an animated camo, although not nearly as popular or liked or really that great in general. But then we recently had another event that was just like the Makarov one that gave us a camo that was not animated at all. It was just kind of like Blue Tiger, which is fine, but yeah, I'm gonna assume this Coherence camo is kind of not animated either. I would not want to grind or give a single shit about completing 4 weekly challenges, or well, 20 weekly challenges in total, basically, just to unlock a camo that's not even animated. Prestige challenges, this is nice, you know, adding more levels to the game. The cap in general is still kind of shitty overall, but we got enough content in this game in terms of unlocks and stuff like that. This is fine, but again, like I was saying, if they don't have prestiges and stuff in the game, if you just can't keep leveling or resetting yourself and stuff, then it makes sense for them to dive real deep into, you know, the camos and challenge side of things and unlockable side. If we don't have a goal to reach like a level overall of 1,000 levels, whatever, then give us something. Having the combination of the two is nice. I wish it was higher than this, though. The future of DMZ update. We would like to thank the entire community for the support and continued feedback on the DMZ beta. DMZ beta players can continue the mode via the Call of Duty Warzone section of COD HQ. That progression in any new Modern Warfare 3 or Warzone content, including Battle Pass or store bundles, will not sync or carry back into the DMZ mode. So they're slowly phasing DMZ out, which, I mean, I'm surprised they're even doing it slowly. I expected them to just straight up cut it off. Not a large enough fan base for them to give a single shit about, but they're doing it in a really nice way, and I think that's, you know, the better way to do it, because there are fans of DMZ out there, and they don't deserve to just get tossed aside like shit anyway. CDL pack, actually, this looks a lot better than the other preview that I saw. And that's it. All right, well, that took a long time. This season looks absolutely incredible. Everything looks promising. The only downside that I've seen out of this entire thing was that vest. And the vest, it's not even going to be game-breaking anyway. Again, the flow of the map and everything like that. The multiplayer maps in particular anyway. It'll all work out, I think. And also, anyway, it's Sledgehammer. I think that they would make an adjustment to it anyway if it ended up being too powerful in some way. But we'll see. I believe in them.